Yep,
All right,
I can.
sorry about that. Vardan Guy,
Here.
Avanya Costello,
Here.
Jessica Guardino,
Here.
AJ Madala, absent. Kavya Narayan,
Here.
Emily Needham, Arishi Saxena,
Here.
Marcos Acero Blysack,
Here.
McCoy Buchsteiner, Paige Craig,
Here.
Savannah Lynn, Catherine Mekachek,
Here.
Suhil Varma,
Here.
Rohan Varma.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, so then moving on to orders of the day and oral communications. I don't think we have any oral or written communication, so we can go on to approving the minutes. Would anyone like to motion to approve the minutes?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, I second to approve the minutes.
Okay, I'll do the roll call vote. Vardan Guy. Just say yes or no for the approval.
Yes.
Avanya Costello,
Yes.
Jessica Guardino,
Yes.
Kavya Narayan,
Yes.
Arushi Saxena,
Yes.
Marcos Acero Blysack,
Yes.
Paige Craig,
Yes.
Catherine Mekachek,
Yes.
Suhil Varma,
Yes.
Rohan Varma,
Yes.
and the motion passes.
Okay, so moving on to unfinished business and the discussion of the Social Justice Scholarship Award. Kate, did you want to give us just like a little bit of a recap of what we were talking about last meeting?
Of course. Let me just pull it up real quick. Sorry about that. I just have to reopen my notes. Okay, so last meeting, what we were talking about was that we had the question. It was kind of a longer question, so I'll also paste it into the chat. Here we go. So you guys can read if you want. We didn't have a description or a name for it. We said that the beginning date should be in January and the due date would be March 31st, 2021. And then some of the names we had to do with Steinbeck. Other ones didn't really. So here are all the names that we had came up with. And we said that like we can like submit the winners on the website, and it should, yeah. So then there's the question, and that's kind of it. What we kind of decided on.
Cool. So my thoughts on the name is just to kind of keep it the Monte Sereno Social Justice Scholarship Award. But does anyone else have any other opinions or?
Yeah, I think we should do the same thing so that it limits confusion on what the actual award is.
I also agree.
Okay. So then to like release this like out into the public, how would we do that exactly? Like go through Nextdoor, we can post it on our like social media accounts and then on the website?
All of the
What is
above.
the submission gonna look like? Like, is it gonna be like a form on a website or what?
I think like what should we make like a Google form and then have people submit through there, and then someone can volunteer to write a short memo that we could post next door and on our social media accounts and on like the website, so we could go about like doing it like that. Wouldn't a Google form work?
Yeah, I think so, and it'd be pretty easy to link for like outreach and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So does anyone want to take charge on making a quick little memo for the website and Nextdoor? Because I can totally do it, so no stress. Okay, so then after that, we just make the Google form. And then, does anyone have any ideas for a release date?
I think a good goal would be like by the end of January.
Okay, yeah, I agree. The end of January works. Does that work for everybody else?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that covers the discussion on the Social Justice Scholarship Award. I see next we have the holiday coat drive. Um, does someone want to give us some information about that?
Certainly. Can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yes. This is Steve Leonardis, City Manager. And we ran the holiday coat drive beginning right after Thanksgiving, all the way through December 31st. We received 21 coats. It was actually pretty well received. I would come out to the entrance of the City Hall. We put a table outside and people would put the coats on the table. We had a few inquiries from the public saying, where are we going to donate the coats? And we ended up bringing the coats to West Valley Community Services over in Cupertino. And they were very grateful. I drove them over there on January 4th. Very grateful to get the coats. So good job. This is the first year we have done this, but the Youth Commission gets the credit for it. And hopefully we can continue with this in the future as an annual thing. It's not very difficult to do. We just get the word out there and the residents will bring their coats. It also is one of those things where at the end of the year, when people are getting new gifts and things, they're cleaning out their closets and things as well. But there were residents who actually gave us brand new coats and articles. So I thought that was pretty nice. And that kind of concludes the summary. And we're open to hear from the public or the Youth Commission about your thoughts on what we achieved.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Does anyone want to take lead in doing that activity?
Or if the Youth Commission is interested, perhaps later in the year, maybe towards summer, of doing another type of drive or something. Something
Yeah.
relatively simple, if there's things like food drives, there's toy drives and all those types of things. But if some kind of a novel idea, I know in the past, I think the Youth Commission obtained like, what was it, shampoo and cleaning items for the people in need. So I don't know if that's something that, if we have time for, in addition to the Social Justice Award, to go about later on in the year. It just depends on the appetite of the group here, how much more we can pack into our busy lives.
Yeah, I think a drive sounds great. I think we can revisit that in the month of February after we launched the Social Justice Scholarship Award. And then we can get started on that project. Does that sound like something that would be possible?
I think that would be great. We can put that on the February agenda or early March agenda, just depending on what the Youth Commission would like to decide.
If I may just make a suggestion, this is all great. I know that I had talked to the city manager before about a book drive. I know a lot of people are cleaning out their bookshelves and have no place to take their books because the libraries aren't really taking them. I don't know if that's something that you guys, since you have the little free library already, I don't know if that's something that might pique your interest. Just a thought.
And that is a great idea, Councilmember Lawler, because books like coats are things that once people are done with them, they're done with them, and they're clean and they are, reusable and they are disposable. And what I mean by that is you're not handling things like food or expired food, or you're not handling things that like other household items like coffee machines and whatever else people want to get rid of, utensils and things. It's something that we could work in conjunction with the library, either in the Santa Clara County or the Friends of the Los Gatos Library, and donate the books to them, and they can sell the books and raise funds. So that would be one idea as well. So explore that, and or the other item, or anything else you could think of that's where people could drive up to our back porch, put it on the table and leave it. And it's relatively simple to implement.
And hoping once COVID is over and later, maybe in the early summer, you might be able to even have a book sale for $1 for $1 a book like the libraries do. Hopefully by then people will be able to get out and about.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea, and like definitely something that we could totally kind of like play out. So yeah, that's a good idea. Moving on. So after unfinished business, there are no commission reports. I think the only commission we had was for that tutoring thing that was kind of dissolved. And then do we have any liaison or staff comments?
I have a comment from staff if there are no others that want to speak at this time.
I have a comment as well, but go ahead.
Thank you, Councilmember Lawler. I've been thinking for a long time about Monte Sereno's quail, and this quail doesn't have a name. And I was thinking it would be really fun for Monte Sereno, perhaps through the Youth Commission, and or if so desired, engaging the residents to come up with a name for the quail, name that quail contest. And from this point forward in time, once the name is selected, that quail on our symbol will be known as such and such. And I was thinking, and this is just the first name that came to mind today, a name like Alex, right? This is just an example. I'm not saying we should name the quail Alex, but Alex could be either a male or a female. No one will ever know whether the quail is male or female. It will be every person's quail. So I was thinking something like that would be fun. A name that would be, what we call gender neutral, and name that quail. And it doesn't have to have a last name. It's just Alex the quail. So if the Youth Commission is interested in something like this, I could write up a piece and we can bring that back, or we can, have the Youth Commission deliberate on it a little bit for fun, and then we could put it out to the public in our newsletter or at our picnic or something, and have some kind of a contest and see what the public could come back with. But Monte Sereno will be 64 years old on May 14th, and I think the quail, it's about time to come up with a name.
Yeah, I like that idea, and I think it would be something cool to launch, like, and then release at the anniversary as like.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the idea of engaging the public. Liz, did you have a comment?
I did. Well, first of all, I think that's a great idea. And second of all, I just wanted to ask you guys if you were planning on, once you put together the live application / Google form for the website and social media, I'm hoping you guys will also email that information to your prospective school counselors as well, so that the high schools know. Is that something that you were planning on doing, or?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's it.
Okay, wow, short meeting. The next time we would be meeting would be February 9th.
Well, thank you, everybody, for your participation tonight, and we look forward to the next meeting. And as always, if you need us in between, reach out to staff and others to help along if we need it.
Cool. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everyone.